Hey folks, welcome to Market Technical Analysis by InTheMoneyStocks.com for October 5th, 2007. Well, the long-awaited jobs report was out this morning at 8:30 in the morning, and overall it showed the creation of more jobs than I would say the consensus was expecting. In addition, we saw a couple revised numbers of the last few months where they revised the amount of jobs created to the positive side. Now, what did this cause in the market? It caused mass euphoric rallying. And again, yesterday, those of you guys that had followed the videos yesterday, you guys know we exited that DXD position yesterday with a 61-cent gain, which is 2 times short the Dow, because you just never want to hold a short position into any news or long position that's dealing with an index. Unless it's a smaller stock that really isn't affected by market news, you just don't want to have exposure to the market. Why have exposure one way or the other when you just don't know? If you want to do it like that, then go to the casino and have fun. So the idea there was that we exited, and it turned out to be the absolute right decision. And everyone in the chat room exited with us, and we moved on out of that position. What was great about this rally today is that it just showed, good volume in many ways. And while we do have toppy stochastics, we've seen in the past stochastics top out for many, many weeks. And that's what we're seeing now. And I want to show you here a highlight. You guys can all see the stochastics. Now, stochastics, usually when they're down here, notice how they're down right here, guys. This is where you obviously want to say, okay, well, we got the candle formation right here on the NASDAQ, and this is the NASDAQ daily chart for those of you interested. You see the NASDAQ forms a bottoming candle. You get this long tail at the bottom with the green area, and it closes in the upper portions, the upper 25% of the candle. All right, that's a signal to buy. In addition, what's so bullish about this right here, and this is when we called this reversal right here, what we saw here was that the stochastics were very low, and it showed us that, well, there's a lot of room for the stochastics to climb, and they did so climb. We had small pullbacks along the way, and then we've gotten up to this point where they're just a very, very toppy right now. And the market doesn't care. The market doesn't care. The market thinks everything is positive, everything is good. I was thinking about it last night, and I came to the conclusion that it didn't matter what the jobs number was, unless it was so outrageous to the downside. I really didn't think it would, because if you had a lower number, it would mean the Fed was going to cut again. A higher number means the economy is strong. So which way is the bad way? They're both good, because you're both going to win out either way. And that's what we saw. And in addition, just like we talked about, you saw the NASDAQ pushing up here, almost 47 points today. And the Dow was up. The Dow, by the way, is lagging. All right? And this is interesting to note now. You have the NASDAQ. Today was a tech-led rally. A small cap led rally, and those of you that have been following the videos and know about the day trading, how the day trading's been, it's just been phenomenal because these small little tech stocks are taking off every day, and I'll point out some today again that have been taking off. But again, tech-led rally. The NASDAQ was up 47. The Dow was only up about 90 and change. So percentage-wise, the NASDAQ tech-laden index was much, much higher in percentage terms. And overall, that was what was going on today. What we did see, however, is, and I want to show you the USO here, we saw the USO down 33 cents. So this is, again, why the Dow and the S&P weren't as strong as the NASDAQ, which was all tech. The NASDAQ has mostly tech stocks, while the Dow and the S&P have some oil plays. And oil was relatively weak today, again. We saw the OIH here, and I'm going to show you the OIH. We gapped down here, we rallied, but we ended lower on the day. The OIH2 was down $1.36, and you see here's where we closed and here's where we ended on the OIH. And the OIH is the oil services holders. All right, so that deals with a lot of oil companies as well. What we are seeing here is finally the dollar is beginning to strengthen. And what we did notice here, guys, is that the institutions went long the euro quite a bit. I mean, short the euro, excuse me. That's short the euro by a large margin. Okay, and we always follow the big money because generally the big money is pretty accurate. Now, the one thing you need to realize is that when the big money's short, they could be looking very much in the future, meaning that we might see more weakness in the dollar before it strengthens. Just inevitably, it will strengthen according to the big money. All right, and if you follow the big money, again, who's in control of this market? It's not the little guy, guys. Any way you cut it, it's the big money. Okay, now what I also want to focus in on here, let's go to the ES chart and look at the intraday moves. And today you guys just saw, all right, here's the move at 8:30 when the jobs report came, and notice the volume spike. Really, the biggest volume of the day was pre-market here in the jobs. We had a little bit of selling late in the day here, and that was the other biggest volume candle in the day. But what you see here, again, is the jobs number, the spike up. Now, what's very interesting here is we saw the ES futures, and this is the ES future chart, the December contract. And we follow this because it gives us a round-the-clock view of the markets, plus a little more accurate candles. The SPY can be followed too, but you just don't have overnight activity there. But the ES futures were trading up here, and you can see right here they were trading up quite a bit. We were actually up 5-6 points before that number even came out, and when that number came out, we spiked up huge. Okay, and over the course before the market opened, we weakened a little bit. Even after the market opened, we weakened a little here, but then we just started to rally, and the short squeezing began, and we squeezed up, up, up. Almost only one little bit of a red candle in this whole area up here between basically 10:30 and 12. And then we did a little consolidation. This is what's known as consolidating, where you trade sideways to slightly down, and that's setting you up for another move higher. Whenever you have a move up like this, a strong move positive, and you trade sideways but not quite so sharply down, so the sideways but slightly down, that's usually a consolidation move, and it's setting up for another move higher. And that's exactly what we got here. And up we pushed again, up, 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 again, almost mirroring this one move with all the up candles. Up, 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 up. We topped out here. We got a little bearish candlestick right here. You see the tail there, and it's pretty much the high or touching the high, closing in the lower portions of the candle here, and you saw a sell-off, and then we had a pretty steep sell-off for this one candle. However, it did not last that long, as right into the close they rallied us back up on decent volume. Now, as we've been saying, this market is overbought, but at the same time, it doesn't matter. And that's the key here, guys. The market is in such a euphoric state that it's just going to continue to go until we have that other shoe drop. And maybe that shoe won't drop for weeks, or maybe it'll drop next week. We don't know. But we do know that you have to be very cautious on the long side of indexes here, and that's why we exited that DXD 2 times short the Dow position yesterday after profiting on it. What we will look next week, possibly to look for another setup on a little DXD position. And again, even when we are playing the DXD here in this type of market, you just inch your toe in. You don't jump all in your bathing suit and hope you know how to swim. You inch slowly into it, see how the water is, and if it is good, then you inch in more and more, and that's what we will be looking to do possibly next week. Of course, when we do it, I will alert you guys again, and we'll see how we do. Again, obviously, I always say, consult your financial advisor. This is just what we're doing, and it's not meant in any way to be a recommendation for what anyone else does. Okay. Let's look at some day trading stuff, because I love the day trading market right now. It is just a phenomenal market. The day trading chat room continues to be one of the best places on earth as far as I'm concerned. We just have a great time in there. We have people catching plays left and right, calling out great plays left and right. And the money in that room probably this week that was made between all the participants, and we have a nice sized chat room right now, is just enormous, I would guess. I don't have any exact numbers, but for everyone, combined. But it was great. It was a great week. So let's look at what we played today. What did we play today? Well, CNLG was talked about, and some people played this. This stock came out with news this morning that they had to they were getting their shipments out 90 days earlier because of so much demand. Well, guess what? It opened up not that high. And this is what's crazy. Look at this. This stock closed yesterday at 162. It opened today at, let's see, 169, traded as low as 165. So it's up like a dime on the day here. And then it took off. And it went up as much as 100%. As high as $3.47 from $1.62, $1.65 really, from where the low was today. And that is just an immense rally. And I keep talking about how we're in a market right now where any type of good news for a small company is just a reason for day traders, for crazy traders, just to push it up astronomical amounts. And as long as you can understand and research and understand which ones these are, there is money to be made here. And it did 10 million shares, so it's not like you have to worry about it being a low float play. Yes, it is a small company, but when the volume comes in here, it's immense. What else did we talk about today? DYII was interesting. We noted that one here on the opening push. What else do we have here? Let's see here. NINE was another phenomenal mover right here. Big move up and another move up later in the day. You're seeing stocks in the $5 range go up 20%. We saw Trump squeezing on another possible buyout thought, and I don't, rumors are rumors. I don't care about the rumors. Until it's fact. It's nothing. But the fact of the matter is, you can still play them nicely, and we saw Trump go up. In addition, if you know the day trading arena and you know stocks and sympathy plays are one of our best plays out there, you know that New York is a sympathy to Trump, and look at what this stock did. So even though Trump moved early, TRMP. Look at this move. It moved really the most in the first hour of the day. Knowing sympathy, we didn't even start to move till that Trump move was pretty much done. And then look at the move you got. So you got to understand sympathy plays out there are key. And we obviously teach everyone about those and have them understand sympathy in the market. There were many, many others today, guys. It was another solid week in the day trading chat room. We do have some on watch for next week. We're going to continue to follow. We invite everyone to come join. It's only $199 a month here. There was actually someone in the chat room who said that they joined I think on Monday, and on their first play ever on the first day, they made the subscription right back, and it's been upstream ever since, just going right with it and making more and more money. So I do invite people to come check it out, even just to learn about how trading is done, or learn about stochastics or technical indicators or candlesticks. Everyone asks questions in there, and we have some good traders in there to answer questions. All right, folks, next week we're going to see how China opens up. China should gap up on or move up on Sunday night, which could cause us to gap up unless we have some news out there. We'll talk to you then. Take care.